Hey guys, it's John. Good morning. This is Monday, November 17th, and I'm playing a Benko Gambit against La Bourdonnais. See what I can remember about this. Queen c2. I think I'll play g6. Just keep developing. And then I will take. Okay, so we're going to settle into a nice structure here with our pawns. Let's go bishop a6. Try to exchange that bad boy. Bring the knight back to d7. I bet he's going to put a rook on e1 and try to go for e5. Or maybe just do it with his queen on e2, yep. A valid idea. You can't really ignore that move. I kind of have to take, I think. Yeah, let's do it. Undoubtedly, he's got a little edge here. Even though he has this pawn, well, my pawn is isolated too on c5. This is not a favorable structure for me. Ooh, actually, can he play knight e4 now? Knight e4 and I'm kind of weakening myself. Let's try to get a queen trade going. I don't think he'll agree to the queen trade, but it's worth a shot. Now you can simply play rook a d1. Well, guys, I don't like my position much. We'll harass his b2 pawn. He pushed h4, h5. That tension is favorable for white. Because I didn't want to play h5, which would weaken my king further. But now he gets to play against my weaknesses. Okay, so he's freeing up knight e4. This is unpleasant. I don't like this move, but I don't see anything better. He's going to take, and he can go... Actually, okay, he can't play knight e4 here. I thought he could play knight e4 for a second. Maybe he'll just play d6. And I'm going to put my king here. This pawn is a monster. Now he goes knight e4. Okay, so I can't take it. d7. Yeah, he can just take on c5. Well, okay, so he takes c5. We trade knights. I play rook b7. And if he goes rook d5, I can take on b2. Okay, I think I can hold in that case. I'm going to have to play quick. Take that pawn now. Okay. I think this will be headed for a draw because I'm going to bring my king over. Ooh, he's actually going to let me win this pawn. I'm surprised. All right, let's see if we can make something out of this position. You never know, right? Let's go here.
Top check.
Uh-huh. Now we'll just push.
Draw.
I don't want to draw.
Check.
It's going to be hard to avoid
Check.
one, but...
Check. 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 Check.
We shall see. Okay. Well, I was ambitious pushing for the win there without a lot of time. But I think my position was looking dicey when he was pushing his d-pawn after the queen trade. So let's back up to that moment. It was looking dicey for a while, but this was the culmination of the position's diciness. After I push f5, though, and he goes d7, I go here, it's possible I'm out of the woods at this point, because that rook b7 move is key. He's threatening rook c8, so I don't have time to play like rook takes b2, because then rook c8, this rook comes back to defend the other rook on d8, and he just takes on b8 and queens. So rook b7 is a necessary stopping off point. I think black's fine after this. In fact, I think he's probably playing for the win. I expected him to do something like, let's say in this position, back this rook up, and then if I ever get close with my king, just check me away. So I don't know if I can play for a win in this case. Probably not. Like, maybe I could go here and then bring my king up, and if he checks, then block. But he's always going to put a rook on the d file. I don't think I can win the d7 pawn. So I'm surprised that he did this. After which we do have an objectively drawn position. But since Magnus is trying to grind out a win against Anand right now with like 4 pawns versus 2 pawns, rook and knight versus rook, I should be able to grind out a pawn up rook endgame. But yeah, the time differential was a little too large.
Check.
He defended well too. He kept his rook active.
Check.
He never relegated his rook to a passive position. You can see he's keeping it like harassing my pawns. He's keeping it behind the a pawn. Good defense by him. When I advance g4, like now I might be creating some threats.
Check.
I actually expected him to check me on h8 right now. That would have been a little cleaner, because then if, let's say, rook h8 check, king g5 check here, I can't wander too far from this pawn. So I think the position's just drawn. Yeah, I don't really see too much I could do here. Maybe I could go like
check.
This. The idea
Check.
of that or something. Or f7, but nah, it's still probably drawn.
Check.
Yeah, well, in the opening it didn't go too well for me. Because the position we got right around here doesn't seem dangerous, but he quickly got the e5 break-in. That's crucial for white in this structure, with black having this Benoni type structure. If white wants to get something going, e5 is the way to go. I think my position is worse now, for sure. Yeah, computer doesn't like it either. Maybe bishop a6 was not smart. I thought about bishop g4 briefly, but I thought he might run with his knight. And the problem for black in these Benoni structures is that black always has one too many minor pieces for the amount of squares. Like, I'd like to be able to seamlessly play knight bd7 here, but of course he's going to trap my bishop h3 or f3 followed by g4. So, I mean, the dream scenario would be if I can go bishop g4, trade this off, and then put the knight on its natural square, but it's just not easy to accomplish. And I'm worse here. So I'll have to do a little work on this line. I don't play the Benko Gambit too often. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Talk to you guys later.